Imagine this. You're going about your day, feeling a bit off, maybe some brain fog, a touch of anxiety, or just plain tired. You chalk it up to stress, lack of sleep, or that questionable gas station sushi. But what if the real culprit is something far more sinister? Something living inside you, manipulating your thoughts, hijacking your emotions, and turning your body into its personal Airbnb? Welcome to the unsettling world of human parasites. These microscopic freeloaders don't just crash on your couch. They can mess with your mind, alter your behavior, and even make you question your own sanity. From the gut-brain axis to full-on mind control, parasites are the ultimate puppeteers, pulling your strings without you even realizing it. So, if you ever felt like you're not quite yourself, maybe it's not just in your head. Maybe it's in your gut, your bloodstream, or even your brain. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Toxoplasma gondii, the mind-bending cat parasite. Ever felt an inexplicable urge to adopt a dozen cats, or found yourself inexplicably drawn to feline videos at 3 a.m.? It might not just be your inner cat lover. It could be Toxoplasma gondii pulling the strings. This single-celled protozoan parasite has a life cycle that reads like a sci-fi thriller. It primarily resides in cats, but can infect most warm-blooded animals, including humans. Once inside, it forms cysts in the brain and muscles, lying dormant but not inactive. In rodents, gondii alters behavior, making them less fearful of cats, a fatal attraction that benefits the parasite's life cycle. In humans, the effects are subtler but no less intriguing. Studies have linked gondii infection to changes in personality traits, increased risk-taking behavior, and even mental health disorders like schizophrenia. So, the next time you're making questionable life choices, consider this. Is it really you, or is it your parasitic puppet master? Number 2. Neurocysticercosis, the brain-eating tapeworm. Picture this. You're experiencing headaches, seizures, and cognitive issues. You consult Dr. Google and land on a diagnosis of stress. But in reality, you might have a tapeworm in your brain. Neurocysticercosis is caused by the pork tapeworm, Teniasolium. Humans become accidental hosts by ingesting eggs through contaminated food or water. Once inside, the larvae can travel to the brain, forming cysts that lead to neurological symptoms. It's a condition that's more common than you'd think, especially in areas with poor sanitation. And while it sounds like a plot from a horror movie, it's a real and serious health issue. So, if you're experiencing unexplained neurological symptoms, it might be time to consider the unthinkable, a brain parasite. Number 3. Loa loa, the eye worm that sees it all. Imagine feeling something wriggling in your eye. No, it's not a hallucination or a scene from a horror film. It's Loa loa, the African eye worm. Transmitted by deer flies, this parasitic nematode travels through the bloodstream and can migrate across the eye, causing visible movement and discomfort. While it doesn't typically cause blindness, the psychological trauma of seeing a worm in your eye is enough to make anyone squirm. Treatment involves antiparasitic medications, but removal can be as unsettling as the infection itself. So, if your eye starts twitching, it might not be stress. It could be something far more disturbing. Number 4. Guinea worm, the fiery serpent. In the realm of nightmare-inducing parasites, the guinea worm takes the crown. After ingesting contaminated water containing water fleas infected with guinea worm larvae, the parasite matures inside a human body. Approximately a year later, it creates a painful blister, usually on the lower limbs, and begins to emerge. The traditional method of removal? Wrapping the worm around a stick and slowly extracting it over days or weeks. It's a process so excruciating that has been likened to being burned alive, hence the nickname fiery serpent. While eradication efforts have significantly reduced cases, the guinea worm serves as a chilling reminder of the horrors lurking in untreated water. Number 5. Spinochordodes telinii, the cricket's final dive. Imagine you're a cricket, hopping along, minding your own business, when suddenly you feel an overwhelming urge to jump into the nearest body of water. Not for a swim, but to drown. Sounds like a tragic end, right? Enter Spinochordodes telinii, a parasitic hairworm that turns its insect host into a willing suicide diver. This parasite's larvae develop inside grasshoppers and crickets. Once mature, the worm manipulates its host behavior, compelling it to seek out water and leap in. Upon the host's watery demise, the worm emerges to continue its life cycle in the aquatic environment. The exact mechanism remains a mystery, but studies suggest the parasite may alter the host's brain proteins to induce this fatal attraction to water. So, next time you see a cricket taking a plunge, it might not be a daredevil stunt. It could be a puppet's final act. Number 6. Animatinia brevis, the ant's unwitting makeover. In the oak forests of Europe, a peculiar transformation occurs among certain ants. Their once dark exoskeletons turn a conspicuous yellow. They become sluggish and they stop foraging. Meet Animatinia brevis, a tapeworm that doesn't just infect its ant host. It gives it a complete lifestyle makeover. The parasite's eggs are ingested by ant larvae, and as the tapeworm develops, it alters the ant appearance and behavior. The infected ants become more attractive to woodpeckers, the parasite's definitive host. Interestingly, even uninfected nestmates exhibit behavioral changes, suggesting the parasite's influence extends beyond its immediate host. It's like a parasite-induced reality show, extreme makeover and addition. Number 7. Glyptopanthals, the caterpillar's bodyguard duty. Imagine being forced into a lifelong security job without pay or benefits. That's the fate of caterpillars parasitized by Glyptopanthals wasps. These wasps lay their eggs inside the caterpillar, and upon hatching, the larvae consume the host from within. But the horror doesn't end there. After the larvae emerge and pupate nearby, the caterpillar, still alive, stands guard over them. It stops feeding and becomes hypervigilant, thrashing at potential threats to protect the wasp pupae. This selfless act is rewarded. The caterpillar eventually dies, having served its purpose as an unwitting bodyguard. Talk about a thankless job. Number 8. Euoplorchus californiensis, the fish's fatal dance. In the estuaries of California, some killifish exhibit bizarre behavior. They swim erratically, make flashy movements, and seem to dance near the water surface. This is a mating ritual. It's a death march orchestrated by Euoplorchus californiensis, a parasitic flatworm. The parasite infects the fish's brain, manipulating its behavior to make it more visible to predatory birds, the worm's next host. The infected fish are up to 30 times more likely to be eaten than their uninfected counterparts. It's a grim performance with a fatal finale. Number 9. Dicrocilium dendriticum, the ant's death grip. Imagine being compelled to climb to the top of a blade of grass every evening, only to be eaten by a grazing animal. Welcome to the life of an ant infected by Dicrocilium dendriticum, the lancet liver fluke. This parasite's life cycle is a complex journey through multiple hosts. It begins in snails, whose slime trails are consumed by ants. Once inside the ant, the parasite takes control, compelling the ant to ascend vegetation during cooler parts of the day. There, the ant clamps onto grass with its mandibles, awaiting ingestion by a grazing mammal, the parasite's definitive host. It's a nightly ritual of doom orchestrated by a microscopic manipulator. Number 10. Myrmecanema neotropicum, the berry impersonator. In the forests of Central and South America, some ants sport bright red abdomens, resembling ripe berries. This isn't a fashion statement. It's the work of Myrmecanema neotropicum, a parasitic nematode. The parasite alters the ant's appearance and behavior, making it more attractive to frugivorous birds. When a bird consumes the infected ant, the parasite completes its life cycle in the bird's digestive system. It's a masterclass in deception, turning ants into avian bait. Number 11. Leucochloridium paradoxum, the pulsating eye stalks. Picture a snail with brightly colored, pulsating eye stalks, mimicking caterpillars. This grotesque transformation is caused by Leucochloridium paradoxum, a parasitic flatworm. The parasite invades a snail's tentacles, causing them to swell and pulsate, attracting the attention of birds. When a bird pecks at the tentacles, it ingests the parasite, allowing it to mature in the bird's digestive tract. It's a vivid example of nature's macabre ingenuity. Number 12. Sacculina carcini, the crab castrator. Crabs infected by Sacculina carcini undergo a horrifying transformation. This parasitic barnacle infiltrates the crab's body, effectively castrating it and taking over its reproductive system. The parasite manipulates the crab into caring for its own larvae, treating them as if they were its own offspring. The crab's behavior and physiology are so altered that it becomes a mere vessel for the parasite's reproduction. It's a chilling example of parasitic control. Number 13. Cymathoa exigua, the tongue-eating louse. Imagine opening a fish's mouth and finding a wriggling parasite where its tongue should be. Meet Cymathoa exigua, the only known parasite that replaces an entire organ. This isopod enters through the fish's gills, attaches to the tongue, and severs its blood vessels, causing the tongue to atrophy. The parasite then latches onto the remaining stub, effectively becoming the fish's new tongue. While the fish can still eat, it's now using the parasite as its primary feeding tool. This gruesome transformation doesn't typically harm humans, but it's a vivid example of nature's bizarre adaptations. Number 14. Naegleria fowleri, the brain-eating amoeba. Ever taken a refreshing dip in a warm freshwater lake? While rare, there's a microscopic danger lurking. Naegleria fowleri, often dubbed the brain-eating amoeba. This free-living organism thrives in warm freshwater and can enter the human body through the nose. Once inside, it travels to the brain, causing primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, PAM, a disease with fatality rate of over 97%. Symptoms start with headaches and fever, but rapidly progress to seizures and coma. While infections are exceedingly rare, they underscore the importance of caution during freshwater activities. Number 15. Strongyloides stercoralis, the silent invader. Strongyloides stercoralis is a parasitic nematode that can reside in the human body for decades without causing symptoms. However, in individuals with weakened immune systems, it can lead to hyperinfection syndrome. This condition results in a massive increase in parasite numbers, leading to widespread dissemination throughout the body. Symptoms can include severe gastrointestinal distress, respiratory issues, and even neurological complications. Without prompt treatment, the condition can be fatal. This parasite serves as a reminder of the hidden dangers that can reside within us, waiting for the right moment to strike. So, we just explored a bunch of moments when your body basically ghosts you. From your own tongue to that refreshing swim, nowhere is safe. If you've ever experienced this weirdness, share your story below. I'd love to hear about your body's betrayal moments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos about the unexpected plot twists of our biology. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.